Welcome to Behind the Curtain, Nashville's movers, shakers,
and tastemakers.
Brought to you by Chord Real Estate, your key to the heart of Nashville. I'm Steve Luther alongside my co-host Van Hohe.
Here we peel back the layers of Nashville's vibrant scene, sitting down with the innovators, creators, and leaders who shape our city. From music to business and everything in between, we dive into the journeys that have brought them to where they are today.
We're here to uncover the stories behind the success, the passion driving their pursuits, and why they've chosen Nashville as their stage. It's about the people who dream big, push boundaries, and make this city truly unique.
So join us as we explore the heart and soul of Nashville through the eyes of those who know it best.
Today we're joined by Kathleen Lappe, an innovative entrepreneur and technology leader at the forefront of AI-powered real estate solutions. Kathleen is the CEO of DirectOffer, an NVIDIA Inception Partner, a pioneering software company that has developed patented AI technology designed to transform how buyers and agents connect. Her platform leverages multilingual, ADA-compliant AI systems to create interactive audiovisual experiences that streamline communication and make real estate more accessible on a global scale. With a track record of 4 successful startups, including auctionlook.com, Kathleen has consistently built and scaled ventures at the intersection of technology, media, and real estate. Her work has led to the development of globally recognized AI patents that are reshaping the industry by improving accessibility, communication, and consumer engagement. A certified expert in ADA compliance, Kathleen brings a unique perspective to innovation, ensuring that emerging technologies not only advance efficiency, but also expand inclusivity and accessibility for all users. Kathleen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, welcome.
So tell us kind of how you started out. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to college? You know, all the details.
Oh,
we're going to get right into
it.
Go on.
Well, I grew up in Marin County, California, the Bay Area.
Okay.
And, I love the Bay Area and access to a lot of companies. And that's how I really started getting involved in artificial intelligence and learning about that was the wave of the future early on.
Mm-hmm.
I relocated to Kentucky and went there, finished off my education at WKU. And then continued on as a publisher of real estate magazines, exited that company, and then built DirectOffer Incorporated and Auction Look, which is a sub-company of DirectOffer Incorporated.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what got you into the interest in AI? Just growing up around Silicon Valley area, or what was the big spark? What was the motivation?
Well, I think we grow up watching movies where you're like, wow, that's cool. Could that really be? And, we used to watch Star Trek with their phones, but we're like, oh, are we going to have these? And we do, So I think, I was always really into sci-fi growing up. But what happened for me, I think everyone has a pivotal moment in their life. And that moment is what them go, wow. You know what? I think if I do X, Y, and Z, perhaps I could make this world a better place. Mm-hmm. And what I knew with my background in technology and the resources and just my community of incredibly smart entrepreneurs, that I could help people with disabilities have a better way to understand home ownership online. The back end story for my artificial intelligence company is my daughter, Abigail, is autistic. And when you have an autistic child, you never know if they're going to talk. You never know if they're going to, do well in school, or if, oh my goodness, if they'll go to college. What a dream, right?
Right.
Dream for most parents.
You bet.
And so, a lot of... going through a lot of hurdles, learning how to talk, learning how to better her education so she could graduate top of her class. And she did. I'm very fortunate. She's an extremely smart, autistic young adult. Mm-hmm. And she graduated from Union University with honors. Wow. She was the first in her class to go from what's called a bridge program for young adults with learning disabilities mainstream into adult education to get her associate's degree. She's now getting her bachelor's, and she just made the president's list.
I love it.
Yeah. But of course, she comes at me. She's quirky, and she goes, "I want to buy a home one day, Mom." And I'm all excited. I'm like, "Okay, let's go look at on Zillow or Homes.com and see what's out
or ChordRealestate.com.
Yeah, or Chord Real Estate.
There is that. There is that. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And she went from really excited to frustrated because when people with disabilities, whether they're visually impaired, hearing impaired, or have a neurodiversity like my daughter with autism, they digest information different. And so I said, this is a problem I can solve. So what I did in 2019 is I started filing patent assets, multimodal voice AI patent assets. So they could be attached to the front of real estate listings, and consumers could go to the real estate listings and talk to our representative, her name is Olivia, in over 107 languages and dialects. They can also type it in the chat bot for ADA compliance, or they could listen to a pre-record sort of a podcast if they're a busy mom in a kitchen and they just want to listen to about the piece of real estate, the home they're interested in, while they're cooking or driving by in CarPlay. Did you know that text messaging was created for the deaf?
I had no idea.
See, most people don't.
Yeah.
And we all use it. The best technology is for people with disabilities that is built in such a way that humanity doesn't realize that it is built for individuals with disabilities or limitations of sorts. So we really enjoyed our journey. You can find us slowly getting traction on real estate listings. We just expanded to the United Kingdom.
Cool.
And we're also expanding over to Ontario, Canada. So it takes time, but we've done a good job. And I can sleep well at night knowing that I've made it easier for somebody to have home ownership. Because the first step in home ownership, and you guys know as Chord Real Estate, that is when they make that first step online and start looking. And when you start looking, if English is not your first language, you know how frustrating that is?
Right.
These are, fair housing laws. These are barriers to entry of home ownership, all things that have to be overcome. And it starts with the journey of that buyer to make the agent's job easier. So when they do connect more directly with that consumer in their language of choice, in the way they wanted to receive the information about the listing of choice. And Olivia answers questions on the property. She does calculations on the property. It's a way for them to get the information they want so the agent can do their job, which is show the house, help them through the transaction to close. Home ownership. It's the largest purchase humans make.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So I'm curious, you mentioned like Zillow and Realtor.com and some of those. Have any of those portals approached you about this tech yet, or?
No, what we do is we work directly with multiple listing services.
Okay.
Multiple listing services feed those portals.
Right.
Those portals have their own version of Olivia, but it's not quite as complex. It's more for it's a base version.
Okay.
Ours ends up in the virtual tour field of the listing.
Okay. Interesting. Huh.
How do people find out that it's there?
The way they do. You don't change human behaviors. They go online, they look at the real estate, they click on the virtual tour, and then they get to play around with our technology.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's that
Very
simple.
cool.
Interesting. So how does the auction look piece of this sort of plug into that?
Well, the wonderful thing about Auction Look is that real estate is transaction. Consumers buy real estate, agents sell real estate, right?
Sure.
And when you have two people that are competing for the same piece of real estate, we as agents say, hey, get your best offer in by this day and time, right?
That's right.
That's really an auction. It is. We're telling them to put your best foot forward by this day and time. Now, in 2015, when I moved from San Francisco to the middle of the country, I saw all these auction signs and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? I thought the worst.
Right.
But then I realized it was a multi-billion-dollar business that a ton of real estate, farms, homes, lands, commercial property sells at auction that is not distressed property.
That's right.
I mean, LoopNet has it on their sites, which is CoStar with 10X.
Yeah.
We don't consider those commercial properties distressed. It's just a way, put your best foot forward, get your best offer in.
Right.
So I started a MLS in the state of Kentucky. I thought, nobody was doing this, so why not? And then I did such a good job that I was approached by the state of Texas. And then I was approached by Arkansas and Alabama and Oklahoma. It just grew and grew and grew. And so as of today, we are the only official MLS for auctioneers associations and auctions in the whole United States.
Wow.
It requires proper compliance, proper contracts, and applications. It's like Matrix or Black Knight. I'm the Matrix or Black Knight of that part of the industry.
Right. Good.
The great thing about it is that if you look at the way real estate sells globally, the one way it sells kind of the same everywhere is the auction process, which is a multiple offer process. So in the UK, we have something called private treaty. In the United States, it's just the traditional way of selling. But it's a different process. But if you talk about the auction process in the UK, it's the same as the United States. So nothing's lost in translation when we're selling properties across international waters. The only difference is compliances. And in the United States, every single state has different compliances. So anyone out there listening going, oh, I can do this. Well, you really can't. The problem is that to sell in an auction method, it requires additional licensing. So if you're a agent, you would also have to go get continuing education and certification as an auctioneer.
Right.
Sure.
So you have to have two sets of licenses, continuing education within your state. And every state is different bonding, different licensing. In the state of Kentucky, it's continuing education. So it's twice the amount of work, twice the amount. In Ohio, you have to have a brick and mortar to even participate in this way. Why? Why so much additional layer? Well, it's really to protect the public. Because when you're making faster decisions, like in a multiple offer, when you tell, as an agent, get your offer in, you have to have a lot more due diligence.
Right.
And so when you offer more due diligence, that requires additional continuing education and additional licensing. Yeah.
It's one of the things that we've started to adopt, not for every listing, but for some, is this idea of like a certified pre-owned, where we're having inspections done on the front end. Do you find that that's more typical for people that are interested in like posting on the auction side, or where is that due diligence?
It depends. Our platform, our multiple listing service supports commercial, industrial, residential, farms, homes, lands. Every piece of property in any real estate fashion is unique. Whether they just need to get it sold fast and they're requiring an as is, or whether they do the diligence on the front end, which is becoming more and more the norm across the country. I think it was mostly trendy in California to start, and I doubt you could even buy a piece of property in California without that due diligence already being done on the forefront. So I think it's smart to do it. You might as well get it done on the forefront before you list property in any fashion.
Right.
Mhm.
How has the consumer adoption been for this? I mean, it's an AI. Olivia is an AI
Mhm.
representative, basically. We've been rolling out little bits and pieces of AI and using it in different ways. One of the things we're looking at is having AI be sort of that first conversation with leads that come in, things like that. But we always wonder, like, how are they going to feel about that? Like, do they want to talk to AI? Do they want a real person?
The whole experience of it all.
Like, what's your experience been in terms of people like really adopting that AI tech? Do they seem hesitant, or they maybe you're dealing obviously with a lot of people with ADA issues, so maybe they're more apt to do it. I don't know, but has there been any kind of issue with acceptance of use of it?
Well, our audience is just not individuals with language barriers are just for ADA compliant. It is for the total general public. And because we've been doing this since 2019, we have a lot of data to support how consumers consume artificial intelligence and how they want to interact with these type of tools. They prefer humans, period. Humans, artificial intelligence is artificial, which means man-made.
Right.
Intelligence. But we built ours in a way that give people choices on how they want to communicate. And what we found is if it's a click, please give us access to your microphone, and you're telling the consumer that, most consumers go, no, because I'm very uncomfortable with you. What else am I giving you access to?
Right.
What we do is we say, okay, well, here's a couple other ways you can talk to Olivia where she's not going to ask for access to your microphone. But if you do want to converse with her in multimodal voice AI, which is what we're doing right now, like I can interrupt you. I have people in Texas speak different than people in California. That's what voice AI is. So then you have other types of AI where you talk into the mic and it scripts it out. It puts it into the language learning models and then returns the prompted answer, which hopefully is correct. That's, again, those are two things that require a mic where people require permissions.
Right.
And people are not comfortable in doing that right away. So, we give them the pre-record, we give them other ways, and the text chat bot to communicate first and foremost. Let them get used to the technology first. And then we find that they do jump over and they go, okay, I like this. I'm going to try the voice AI.
Maybe because they don't feel like they're getting taken or whatever. They don't feel like somebody's trying to pretend to be a human.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, they don't feel like they're being forced to just communicate in one way.
Correct.
If I go to the store and I want to, buy something, I want more than one choice.
Right.
People like choice. They like to do it on their terms.
Yes. That's good.
Yeah. So as far as there's a lot of AI that's great, but I think the best AI is where it tells the consumer right away, hey, I am an AI system. If you'd like to speak to a human, I'll get you right to one. Meanwhile, I can answer some brief questions if you'd just like to get some questions off your plate. And then humans are more apt to go, oh, okay, I'll try that.
Sure. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm always real quick to go like, stop, give me a human, whatever. What is this AI, Yeah. But if they told me that, I think I wouldn't mind as much.
Exactly. Just be honest about it.
Yes, exactly.
Now, you said it does multiple languages. Does it recognize what people are speaking when they start speaking it?
Yes.
We actually had this issue. We came up earlier today.
It did.
We have an AI in our database that will transcript phone calls. So there's a written record of phone calls. And one of our agents speaks fluent Korean. And so some of our clients are Korean. And when she has these phone calls in Korean, the AI doesn't know what to do with it. So
it just tries,
thinking they're speaking English. So it's really funny to read, but it's not right at all. So I was curious if
it would be very politically incorrect to read it out loud.
Yeah.
Well, when you're talking about artificial intelligence companies, a lot of people are coming out with some really cool looking tech.
Yeah.
Right. But you also have to be careful of the origin of that tech. Is it vibe coded? Is it a rapper? Vibe coding is great, but if you don't have real engineers to back up the vibe coding to check, make sure there's no back doors to the vibe coding, make sure it works, like your LLMs, your MCPs, like we've been building ours from the ground up since 2019, and we use vibe coding for, but we do all of our own custom checking the code, just making sure.
For people who are watching or listening who are more from the shallow side of the world like me,
okay,
not like him, what does vibe coding mean? Because I mean, to me, that sounds kind of cool.
Well,
I'm vibe coded.
Well,
you know?
it is.
What is
it
that?
Is. You go into Claude or Chat GPT and you say, I want to do X, Y, Z, and it'll shoot you out a bunch of code. You can apply that code and it'll be really great because it'll do exactly what the application says it's going to do. And you're like, wow, why do I need engineers? Well, because you're vibe coding.
So it's literal code.
It's literal code that is written very specific.
Gotcha.
For what your application is. Now, I don't know about you, but humans don't always use applications the way they're intended.
Oh, that makes sense.
But vibe coding will only code the way it's intended. It's man-made intelligence only in the direction it's intended. Is it going to get better as we get further along? Sure. Is quantum physics going to be applicable? It already is. But that's a whole other podcast.
Wow. We just went from... I thought the AI was a lot. We're already at the quantum physics.
Wow.
It's fun.
Where do you think AI is headed in the next 3 to 5 years, and at least in relation to real estate and accessibility and those kinds of things? Like, what are the improvements that are coming?
Well, regulations, 100% regulations. AI is meant to assist. It will change the way we do our jobs, but it is not going to be replacing our jobs by any means.
We keep hearing that, but I don't know if I can believe it.
It's true.
It's true.
Yes. I've never, we have self-driving cars, but we've seen a few things that go on with them.
Right.
Humans are infallible. And again, this is artificial intelligence. This is intelligence built by humans.
Okay.
Humans building infallible?
Yeah, not likely.
Not likely.
Yeah.
Until Elon comes out with the robots that have AI. Then...
who knows what he's got up?
Who knows? He probably already has it.
Well, the human brain computes faster than a supercomputer.
Oh, okay.
Quantum physics brains compute faster than our brains. So the future is going to be fascinating for us. It's going to change. Our landscape will change dramatically. And those that embrace it are going to be doing wonderful. Those that don't, well, they're just going to continue along.
You're definitely way more in this world than I am.
You are way more in this world than I am.
Well, many years ago, I would have been very much into this world. But, I hear people making projections on quantum computing. How close do you think we really are to really usable quantum computing? That's not just, the big governments or Google or whatever. When it's a little more accessible.
Well, it's hard to put a timestamp on that.
Yeah.
I do know that companies like our company and the large companies are already aligning ourselves, getting on white papers and trying to make sure that we're aligned with where this part of the industry is going. Are we 20 years out, 10 years out, 5 years out? I think in 5 years, definitely 10. Yes. It was not 3 years ago. I was talking about quantum physics and everyone looked at me like I was crazy.
Wow.
And that was 3 years ago. So, we have very smart people across this globe working on this day and night.
On a race.
It is a race.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and the big concern that a lot of people have with it is encryption, right? Like, a lot of people throw out, Bitcoin and crypto. I'm a crypto guy, but throw out Bitcoin. It's like, it's going to destroy Bitcoin. But the banks are all using the same. The government all uses the same encryption. Like, if that encryption gets broken, everybody's in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole other conversation. It really is. You don't want to get me into decentralization and what's wrong with the crypto industry. But
Ooh.
yeah.
So explain to me what the consumer experience is with Olivia. So you said it's integrated into an MLS. So basically we would put in a link, just like we do a link to a virtual tour.
Most of the MLSs we work for give me a complete data set,
Okay.
and then we attach Olivia, and then they choose where they want Olivia to go to according to their regulations and rules. So then if you go to look at a home as a consumer on like realtor.com, love them, you click on virtual tour, then you would meet Olivia. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So I don't want to get too much into the weeds, but I'm trying to understand like what that experience is like. So do they, does it like open in a different window or?
It opens in a showcase page. Think of the showcase page like the car that Olivia is driving, which gives all the photos and a detailed information, where then they can talk to Olivia, use the chat bot with Olivia, or listen to the pre-record. We give agents QR codes for their signs, or open houses. I always like it when I go to the museum and I could put on the headset and just listened to, about the different artists. So why can't consumers scan a QR code, listen to the story of the house, and then fill out a contact form at the end of the audio tour to contact the agent? And she does that as well. So, and we give you guys videos and stuff like that. That's easy,
Where'd the name Olivia come from?
Olivia is the most globally accepted name.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. It's good to know.
Had no idea.
I bet somebody paid a lot of money to know that bit of information.
There's a lot of marketing that went into it.
Yeah, I bet there is.
Olivia is a program.
Okay.
She's not an avatar.
Oh, okay.
Because when consumers, the purpose of Olivia is, think of it this way. If you go to McDonald's in Kansas City, right?
Okay.
And you order a meal.
Right.
And then you go to McDonald's in Texas and you order a meal. You know what you're going to get, right?
That's right.
All right. So if you're a buyer and you go to a real estate listing and you're working with Olivia in New York, and then you go into Pennsylvania to look at a property there, you already know Olivia. So it creates trust, and it's, consumers like that sort of trust, of that reliability of knowing, okay, I understand this, as opposed to if I have two real estate listings, I've got one in New York, one in Pennsylvania. I go to that listing, I've got this avatar. Okay, that was fun, played around with it. And then I go to the listing in Pennsylvania, it's a different avatar. I'm like, ooh, I got to relearn another thing.
Right.
It's not comfortable. Consistency and trust is very important.
It's good.
What's the roadmap for Olivia? Like how is this expanding? Or are you able to do like I'm just imagining if you're working with a blind person, for example, clearly like audio, conversations about what the house looks like and what it's got in it and all those kinds of things would be super helpful. But is there search functionality in it as well, where you can like have conversations about what you're looking for and it will make other suggestions?
You can ask, just show me homes with pools, show me homes, you can ask her what's in the area. Are there dog parks in the area, coffee shops, and then she'll surface up that information as well. So she's also, we're building her out so more of the general public can implement her. So whether you're selling, I don't know, something online, or you have like a beauty cosmetic company, you can implement her on your local applications so she can help your customers. So we're going to expand her further out into the general public sector.
Okay.
She's also applicable for hotels and hospitality, because I don't know about you, but like at midnight when I'm craving some pizza or something in my hotel, the last thing I want to do
Yes.
is go down to the lobby in my flip-flops
That's
and my
right.
pajamas. And then you call them and you can't get to anyone.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, and imagine if English wasn't your first language and you're just trying to navigate, you know, or Olivia just wants to book your tea time at the golf course, you know, or set your dinner or remind you that your anniversary is coming up.
Oh, listen to this. We need an Olivia for everything.
Well, she's just a personal assistant
Right.
for the public. And she's not going to be the only one out there. And I really don't want her to be the only one out there.
Right.
More the merrier. We were just lucky enough to file the patents for her starting in 2019. And we have granted patents, not patent pending. Anyone can file something with the patent office,
Right.
be patent pending. But to get granted artificial intelligence patents, you know, that's pretty cool.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
cool.
you. Well, it came from a place of building accessibility for humans.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Came from a pure place in your heart.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Have you had people trying to step on your patents?
Oh, I mean, people will always do that.
Right.
It's a big world out there.
Sure.
We are doing quite well.
Mm.
So it doesn't bother me a bit.
That's
Please,
good.
let's just make the world a better place.
There you go.
You've had 4 very successful startups.
Mm-hmm.
What's the it factor that makes a venture succeed long term versus fizzle out?
Research. You may have a great idea. Research. If somebody else is out there doing a good job, don't do it. They're doing it already. Find a need that the general public, just because you think it's a good idea, that the general public isn't going to adopt it, it's not going to go anywhere. Find something that humanity really needs. And then understand they're not all going to embrace it over 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman that created text messaging almost went bankrupt several times until he slowly got adoption. Things take time. It takes a lot of money, a lot of patience, and you have to be really, really smart with what you're doing and how you go to market. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to pivot until the consumer tells you, well, you know what, this is working. And then revenue. Very important.
Real estate has traditionally been an industry very slow to adopt tech. So it's kind of interesting to me that you've kind of started in the real estate sector and are looking to expand out to other industries. But has that been a little bit of a struggle, a headache for you? Just the lack of desire to push a little deeper into tech among these real estate companies and MLSs?
It takes time. You're right. It does. It is slow to adopt.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're patient, and again, you built something that works for the agent. Agents are independent contractors.
That's true.
If you can free up their time and help them make more money, if Olivia can help with one more closing, just one a year, she's paid for herself in spades.
Mm-hmm.
So, but patience is a virtue in this industry. We always knew we were going to expand outside this industry and expand globally. Because we have so many properties that come through our auction MLS, we knew that we had the ability to take Olivia and expand her globally fast. And we did.
Mm-hmm.
So, patience is a virtue.
I snooped your website a little bit.
Oh.
And I saw you've got in the real estate sector, there's an offering for agents, there's an offering for brokerages, there's an offering for MLSs. How do those sort of differentiate?
Well, MLS is our front runners.
Okay.
Because then it's surfaced up for all the agents that they serve as a membership benefit. And the response is huge. I mean, members love our tool because all of a sudden they're not getting demands from their sellers. Oh, I want this virtual tour. I want you to put, this really expensive virtual tour on my property that may not support the expensive virtual tour.
Right.
And here we go. We automatically do it for you. You don't even have to change anything you do, agent. Just keep getting those listings and selling those listings.
Right.
So, it just, I don't know. They're our number one client. I mean, agents can sign up individually with us. So can brokerages, but preferred MLSs because it serves a larger mass. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a difference in the way you charge based on.
There is.
The size of the yeah. So are agents basically paying like a per listing kind of a charge, or?
We do charge per listing.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not much. It's under $5. It's
oh wow, okay,
very affordable. Yeah, because we kind of like you guys to set it and forget it,
right, and
enjoy it while it's there.
So for an agent that is in an MLS that doesn't participate, do they just get like a link that's put in as a virtual tour, or how does that work?
So they would sign up. They would have to manually enter the listing, which again takes a little time.
Right.
That's why it's not as efficient as opposed to us getting a data feed. Hopefully they're pounding on the door of their MLS and that taken care of. And that's generally what happens. We have agents that do that and they get it and they pound on the door of their MLS.
Right.
But in the end of the day, they put the listing in and then they pay for the tour. We process it. We'll shoot them an email, which they can click on the tour. And then they also get an associated video link of, like one of those videos where you walk through the photos and stuff. So we actually send them 2 pieces of media to play with and all the social network links where they can share it on their Facebook, their Instagram. They get a branded and unbranded link. They have an unbranded one, so they can put it in their directly MLS, and they can use the branded one for other marketing, and we give them QR codes for signs and open houses. So a bunch of fun stuff.
We're definitely going to have to check into this. $5 a listing. I mean,
by the end of the day, I can imagine we're going to be a client.
Thank you.
So a lot of this has to do with user experience, consumer experience.
Yes.
As you're kind of working through those processes, are you doing like focus groups? What does that look like? Like, how do you determine what your consumer experience is going to be?
So we have somewhere around 200,000 agents that are using it. So we've got a lot of consumer eyes.
At $5 a listing.
So basically, we get the feedback from the agents, what works, what doesn't work.
Right.
And because we're not a huge company, we're fast to pivot. We definitely pay attention to it and make those changes accordingly. And it's worked very well for us. As far as the public goes, the public will tell the agents whether they like it or not. And then we get the data from the public's usage. We understand what languages are more popular in areas, which listings are being clicked on a little bit more. So we understand whom we're serving a little bit wiser. But we've been very blessed with the response from agents. It's so wonderful. The responses we get are, I love this. This is great. They really, really, really like it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about this in the beginning. You started off the Bay Area, you went to Kentucky, and you came out. What brought you to Nashville?
Oh, my husband.
Hey. So she, as my wife said, pivot with joy. You pivoted from Kentucky to Nashville.
I can work remote, and I do travel quite a bit for work, obviously. But he actually, his office is actually a block away from here.
Hey.
Awesome. Now, is the company based here in Nashville, or are you just based here in Nashville?
We are based here in Nashville, but we have a remote office in the Bay Area.
Okay, gotcha. I feel like more tech companies are starting to look at Nashville, which is a great thing. But like, how do you feel about the tech industry in Nashville? Like, still some work to do. Like, what could Nashville do to improve our status as a tech hub?
Well, we're very medical oriented here in Nashville. So I think a lot of our technology is going to be geared in that direction.
Right.
As far as AI goes, I mean, San Francisco, my hometown, we're the hub.
Right.
I mean, we got Google, we got,
Right.
we got everyone. We've got OpenAI.
Right.
Yeah. But,
hey, Oracle's coming here though.
We do have Oracle coming here. Yeah. Let's see what they bring.
Did you see the joy in her face when she said we have OpenAI? There's joy.
Well, I'm a California girl.
I love it. I love
it. If your husband wasn't keeping you in Nashville though, would you consider not being in Nashville?
No, I really enjoy Nashville. Nashville it's a booming city. I love watching it grow. I cannot wait for the new stadium to be built.
Yes, it's incredible.
It is incredible. And I travel a lot. It's easy for me. The airport is fantastic.
Right.
I can get to any place, quite easily. If I was in New York, I love New York too. I mean, San Francisco.
Sure.
So if I had 3 homes, it'd be
there you go.
San Francisco, New York, Nashville, and maybe Chicago and London. Okay. But Nashville is just a great centralized hub.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you said you're having great success with this overseas as well.
Yes.
Are there markets overseas you guys are focused on, or?
Well, we're just expanding in the United Kingdom right now. So we're going to do a launch campaign, work with partners. I partner up with as many people as possible, technology-wise. And Property Mark is our partner there. And they're the only association in the United Kingdom. They're phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to it. Ontario's the next expansion that we're working on.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I was just curious if you were looking at maybe like Central Latin America or expanding into Asia or any of those kinds of markets with the multilingual support.
Yeah, Latin America is probably going to be one of our next target areas. Thailand really wants us to. We've been talking with them for a year. There's a cultural way to approach these different countries.
Right.
For sure.
We really take our time to get to know them, to understand their culture, their language.
It's all that research you talk
about. A ton of research. Yes. So, we're just going to keep expanding. I have a fun story. You want to hear something?
We love fun stories.
Okay. So my friend Pat, who ran IPAV, which is the Ireland Association, we were showing him little demos of Olivia early on. I think it was about 1.5 years ago, and he said, "Oh, let me hear the Irish version of it." I go, no, I'm not going to do that. And he goes, "Why?" And then next time I saw him, he said, "Can I hear the Irish version?" I go, "No."
So fun.
And he goes, "Come on." I go, "Okay, I'm going to let you talk to Olivia, but understand we're still working on her dialect."
It's so good.
Because she sounded like a leprechaun.
Oh.
How
did he feel about that?
He laughed. He goes, "Now I know why you were holding off." Exactly. Just because it sounds accurate in our American ears doesn't mean. I mean, we've been working on our Thai dialect for a while now, and it's been through a lot of iterations.
Let me know if you need a Southern dialect to work with you. I speak Southern. That's about it.
Does it kind of adapt based on who it's talking to? I mean, like, certain parts of the country talk a lot faster, some talk a lot slower.
She's
have the drawl.
no, she's not that. She doesn't do that. She does speak with a slight accent because we found that consumer feedback, an American accent, which is a little bit harder, wasn't getting the response that we wanted. So we did pick out a very specific, more global accent when she speaks English.
Ooh, what's a global accent?
It's sort of like a British/Australian accent.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very calm. Yeah, so it's not too fast, it's not too slow, and generally keeps the American speaking, English speaking,
right?
Or UK, we do the British accent though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How cool.
Well, if someone is interested in reaching out to you, learning more about these products, whether it's an agent or a brokerage or an MLS, what's the best way to do that?
The best way is just go to our website, directoffer.com. It's singular, directoffer.com.
Okay.
And just poke around, and there's a contact us, or you can go sign up right there. Go to the login, sign up. Yeah, check it out.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you.
She's a true mover, shaker, and tastemaker. We got all the above today.
That's you're very sweet.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. This was
our
wonderful.
pleasure. Our pleasure.
And with that, we will see you guys next time. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of Behind the Curtain, Nashville's Movers, Shakers,
and Tastemakers.
We hope you've been inspired by the stories of passion, perseverance, and innovation right here in Nashville.
A big thank you to our guests for sharing their journeys, and to you, our listeners, for joining us. And of course, our gratitude to Chord Real Estate for making this conversation possible.
Don't forget to follow or subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform.
Thank us?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I guess I did. Well, thank us. Okay.
Like I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite platform to catch every episode, and hit that notification bell. We've got plenty more fascinating guests lined up, ready to share their insights and inspirations.
And we love hearing from you, so reach out to us with your thoughts, questions, or suggestions for who you'd like to hear from next.
Until next time, keep chasing your dreams and making your mark in Nashville.
Oh, my goodness.
Remember,
Am I talking to Casey
it's
Kasem?
the people behind the scenes that make the city shine.
I love it. Take care. See you behind the curtain.